incredibly scuffed start to stream. So yeah. Hello everyone. So today we are streaming Turn About Beginnings, which is Mia and Edgeworth's first ever case. So this is a flashback case. So this is gonna be just one trial split into two parts, which we can get done in the stream. It'll take me like 2-3 hours just to get that done. So yeah, I think what did the last case? The last case was Turn About Memories. How long did that take me? Because realistically it should take like around the same amount of time, and I streamed that case like last week or something. So it was like not too long ago. Okay, it wasn't last week because we did the whatever it's called, the stolen Turn About last week. But it was like the week before, whatever is it? What was it? It was the one with Dahlia Hawthorne. Well, it was Turn About Memories. Turn About Memories. We did that almost 2 weeks ago. So yeah, and that took 3 hours. So yeah, that shouldn't take so yeah, it probably should take around the same amount of time, I'm guessing. So yeah, I'm currently checking Discord stuff at the moment. But yeah, so okay, so essay of the week. I told you that I would get it. I would watch one from this week, and it is the scariest shorts. The video essay of the week is the scariest short story I've ever read, Nebraska by J Bird. I told you, if you were here yesterday, you know that I told you guys that I would finish watching that video. I would probably finish up watching that video and have that as the video essay of the week, because I haven't watched any other video essays this week. I've mainly just been watching. What have I even been watching? Like, I don't even know. I don't even remember. Like, people wrapping up that the final videos up until the lead up to Christmas, which is gonna be, Christmas is on Monday. So yeah, this may be the last stream I'm doing before Christmas. I might stream on Christmas. It depends. It's because I'm not streaming on Sunday because I'm staying at my mum's on Sunday. So I'll be there Saturday night through Sunday, so I won't be able to stream. I don't know whether I'm gonna stream tomorrow morning or not. If I do, it will be an incredibly short stream, like maybe like Sims or something. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I doubt I'm gonna stream tomorrow. But yeah. This is probably the last stream until Christmas. So yeah. Anyways, let's actually get into the case. Let me see. Let me change my. Let me change my screen share because I had on Minecraft yesterday. It's Turn About Beginnings. The second to last case. The girl. Let her go. I told you this intro to the case was interesting. Shut up. Come closer. And I kill her. Sorry. But you're not going to get the chance. I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data. Ooh, this is fancy. Falls. Charge, kidnapping, murder, sentence, the death penalty. Fugitive movements. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Was Valerie related to Dahlia? I don't actually remember. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I even ever met. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. Yes, it is. Just put this in charge. There we go. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. I never should have accepted this case. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear I didn't kill anybody. Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax it. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Fowles, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry, I told a little lie. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. And about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture her. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha. You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? Good to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like to play someone to play with. Where's Mr. Grossberg? That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. And I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest lieutenant Grossberg law officers, is here for me? No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for our first client. Yeah, thanks. I wish I could get out of here though. Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, I'd like to sentence somebody who I won't mention. He's earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. I feel but I also don't remember how this case goes, so. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. Guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia, you can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Yeah, it's like a 4-age. There's like a 4-year age difference, I think. Is there? I don't know. There's probably. I think there's like a 4-year age difference between those two. So come on, Mia, we can do this. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So here to determine if Mr. Fowles was responsible for her death. You got it, kid. I want to check the achievements for this case. Oh, there's no other achievements for this case other than clearing it. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Shauna, it was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Fowles, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. I thought it was just kidnapping and murder, not extortion as well. The girl who threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. If there was no decisive evidence, then why was he put on death row? That makes no sense. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? Valerie. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted the criminal. She arrested Mr. Fowles at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Fowles throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered, so Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the only one that put him away. But we also don't know if the victim actually died or not. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be exactly the victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. I don't think I care about yours, to be honest. You just decided his fate without even looking at all the evidence. What the fuck? This is why I prefer our regular judge. He at least looks at he at least tries to look at the majority of the evidence before deciding. And like whenever he does like decide on like a whenever he does decide on a verdict for himself, he always like listens to us, to Phoenix, whenever we have a fucking objection. Like, come on. Hate that judge already. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. You're younger than me. Why you're even younger than me, you hypocrite? Yeah, come on, Edgeworth. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Is it gonna be Gumshoe? It's Gumshoe, yeah! Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Nick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. No one cares. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? Not relevant. No, seriously, my heart is aching for you. Detective, put yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that Something other than your heart will okay, I got it. Now I can't understand why Edward just tries to take away some of his paycheck, honestly. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I got you. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge, and the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met here on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. There's a bit here that's just like missing though. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edruff, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there, Your Honor. If you had listened to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure we'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edruff? I'm not sure I'd like you wagging your finger at me as though I was some poser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet him. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Fowles. And that's why she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into the car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Fowles was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. We certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kid. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here. The courtroom can be cool, can be a cold battlefield, alright, especially if you're a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kid. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night, last night watching. Okay, we're gonna save here for, it's a cross-examination. Wait, let's go through the evidence. So we have the autopsy report, stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. And the bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Like I said, we've got this part, which is just all cut out. Which, I don't know whether that happened before, during, or after the murder took place. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Fowles. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Fowles. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Fowles. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from him? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up, never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's the detective's fault, he's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Edruff, you fucking dickhead. You fucking dickhead, Edruff. Was that a trap? Was that cute face? I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. What did this say? Fouls at 4:30 p.m. at Fouls 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Okay. That happened at 1:21 p.m. A bridge up in the mountains. Why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant. That's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, the Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Fowles. Ha! Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move, you've got you surrounded." Whoa. Wait a sec. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspicious bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Ha. If that's what happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. Yeah, she never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Fowles, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I'd noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. Wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Do we have the... No, we don't have the note now. Mr. Fowles had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, man. The defendant and the victim both went up there by the house, right? What, you mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure about how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. And there's Valerie Hawthorne. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Well, that doesn't look too comfortable. No, it doesn't know. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah, ha. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. Yeah, shut up, Adrian. You can't tell from this photo, but... Wait, is his name Adrian? I'm going already. No, his name is fucking Diego. Why the fuck did I call him Adrian? He doesn't even look like Adrian. Him and Adrian are two completely different people who... I can't even remember if they met or not. Because, okay, I'm gonna spoil this because I don't know if it comes up in this case or in Bridges to Turnabout. But surprise, you might have noticed this, I don't know. But spoilers, Diego Armando is Godot. Diego Armando and Godot are the same person. Diego and Godot are the same person. I think Adrian and Godot have met. Yeah. Oh yeah, because Adrian was one of the witnesses in the stolen turnabout, wasn't she? I think so, anyways. Or Godot would have done his investigation and talked to Adrian, anyways. But still, Diego and Adrian don't even look like each other. So how can I confuse Adrian and fucking Diego? I don't know. I'm too used to Marvel and their fucking like names. What, it's like, what is it? Alliteration names. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? It's a photo of the trunk. I don't see anything strange, do you? Let's look at it without the text box in a way. Is there anything strange? There's no blood. There's no blood. I mean, she was wearing a thick coat. But, again, there's no blood. There's no blood. And the cracked lock, that's the only thing I can think of. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? Well, he always says, "Ma'am." I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Is there anything strange? No. We'll have to present an evidence for that after we press this. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Fowles might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close to comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30, and it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Anyway, and any later, and Mr. Fowles could have slipped right by. Listen up, kid. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly, and it'll lead more than just a flesh wound. Right, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. If you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. They have famous contradictions. I sure hope you can find some of those. I'm going to present the autopsy report. I'm staying here because I've already pressed on a statement. Let's see. Something has got to be strange here. Get away. Looking up shit on how to do this. First testimony. I don't know how to fucking do it unless it's Safari. There we go. Come on, Safari. It's about beginnings. Wait. This is a scarf. Witness. What is it? Do you have something to fix? Something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like this. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say that, little kitty. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia. Shake it up. You're like that. That is like a 3-4 age difference, but 3-4 year age difference between you two. You are both in your 20s. She can drink coffee. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where is the white scarf? How do you need to find it in a... Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk now. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you're searching so desperately for, is it this one perchance? Why wasn't this told to us before the fucking trial? What the fuck, Edgeworth? Oh my fucking god. Prosecutors. They're not the greatest. They don't have the biggest brains in the world when it comes to, you know, giving us that evidence, are they? Ah. Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made the decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. Oh wait, that fucking scarf looks fucking blue, not white. Not exactly white as the colour requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it's intended for. It looks like you spent some time in the mud. Not surprised, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Young Edgeworth doing too much of that singing. Exactly! Well put by the way, Funky. But yeah, what the fuck? Come on, Edgeworth. Come on, Edgeworth. What the fuck is that suit? And in later cases, and in like, you know, in the present day, future, whatever, he literally has this suit hung up in his fucking office. What the fuck? Why? Why? Why is that? Edgeworth confuses me to this day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. Yeah, what the fuck? The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Mr. May? If I was right, I'd like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Yeah! Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Fowles did indeed meet on that bridge that day. And we didn't say that they didn't! Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Don't forget, kid, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius, sir. But the only prosecutors he has dealt with before is fucking pain. Pain is the worst. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately. It's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. But when could have fallen into mud though? Cause he pushed her onto the bridge. So the only place where it could have gone into is either on the bridge or in the river. And they literally said before that no bodies have been, and that very few bodies have been recovered from the river, so how did they expect to recover a scarf? What the fuck? Especially by Edgeworth of all people. Edgeworth. Come on. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Aha, potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said that they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, neither do I. So as you can see, Terry Fowles has both the motive and the opportunity. I think it is quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Oh, get that's not fair! I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. Yeah, exactly. And they met, but you can't prove that he killed her. Come on. Come on, let's have a little common sense here. Come on. Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student, a female college student. That's right, meaning she's female and a college student. She doesn't do well in front of people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, I mean, she's female and a college student, so yeah, we can gather that gumshoe. If you absolutely must hear a testimony, you have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright? It's about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? My evidence? Look at his face. He could never murder someone. Exactly! He could never. He's just a silly little guy who just, you know, kidnapped someone and escaped from prison. That's about it. And also stole a car, yeah. So if he's not going to prison for murder, he's got other charges. But we don't think about those. But then again, he escaped prison. If he is not guilty of murder, then he escaped prison on, you know, based on a non-faulty charge. Not non-faulty charge. He escaped prison because he was in there wrongfully, which means he was just being a silly little guy. That's his quirk, so yeah, exactly. He didn't mean it. He was just there because not his fault. No. She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is that a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. No, not a ghost. We haven't seen ghosts in this franchise. Yeah. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There's a light rain coming down. The whole place was dry. I mean, technically we've seen ghosts, but like, we've seen more technically possession than actual ghosts. So, yeah. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Haha. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really swimming. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Oh, of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. You talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Yeah. Does that mean that you pushed someone down like once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he says brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Save your nasty looks for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have... What is it? Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. The court record, huh? So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scar. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, Mom. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too, which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud spot. There was something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Huh. Talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So what do I do? You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean? Of course I do. So a little kid believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Evidence. Stabbed with a knife in the back, back from blood loss. photo of Fowles' car, the scarf, and the witness's photo. What the fuck is Dahlia?
Objection!
Uh-oh. Never penalty. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too, just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with that soggy atmosphere. This is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about? I don't know what it says. Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat. As far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? Her hair flick is so badass. Literally. Kind of fangirling over Mia right now, you know? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. Some big words. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, the glorious hockey beard pride of the legal league would be wet, not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? Yes, we can. The surface of the bridge, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here is the evidence that proves that the surface of the bridge was muddy. The evidence is the scarf. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outweighed by this novice bimbo. Gotta love my favorite novice bimbo. Whoa. Yeah, gotta love my novice bimbo. Hey, same to you. We just call Andrew a bimbo. Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there contradiction? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. let's look at what the explanation. I can't just get neither can I. Neither can I. Neither can I, to be honest. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright, it's not like he's really giving me a choice here. You're doing pretty well for a little kid. Mr. Armando, no matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence is one of those three. I bet it's the witness's photo. What he said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, and I was the coffee aficionado over here that said that. The court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Diego, I love you brain enough for this kid stuff. Literally, please. You're not Discord mod. Yes, the false evidence in this case is the witness's photo. We're gonna go with the witness's photo. How about the photo that the prosecution claims was taken by a witness? It certainly seems to show a man in a prison uniform and a woman in a coat. However, we can't tell any more than that from the photo. Are you saying that the people in the photo may not be the victim and the defendant? Well, that's certainly a possibility. So perhaps there was another prisoner and a policewoman. I admit, people have their clerks. Perhaps they are part of a role-playing group? Well, I suppose that's also possible, I guess. You messed up again. Okay. Mr. Armando, there should be something else that's even more suspicious. Now think the whole thing over again. From this point on, Miss Faye, I will penalise you for making unsubstantiated assumptions. Don't do it again, Mia. Don't cry till you get home. In any case, it's not in the house. Why is everything breaking? Why is everything breaking? Jeez. That's why is my mic so loud. There we go, we're back. Why is everything breaking this stream? Jeez. False evidence is the... Let's just save here. And say the witness's testimony. I doubt it's the body in the trunk. A is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out crucial facts. I think you're gonna say the witness's testimony that Gumshoe just told us. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, well, Mr. Edgeworth? It appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well, please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? It's Dahlia. It's Dahlia Hawthorne. I need to know. Is she related to Valerie Hawthorne anyway? I'm so so silent I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Is Valerie Hawthorne related to... Is Valerie Hawthorne related to Dahlia? They're stepsisters. They're stepsisters. Okay. Dahlia and Valerie are stepsisters. Okay. Okay. Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? It doesn't look as scrumptious as a double and a dozen donut holes. Oh, her. Yeah. Her. Yeah. Dahlia. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a fight. Hey, not so fast. Hey, chill out. Jeez, as I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Adrift. You are a true gentleman. Miss Fair, you could learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Okay. Sensitive, my ass. Yeah, exactly! She's insensitive. In fact, she's a fucking murderer. We know this from Turn About Beginnings. She's a fucking murderer. Jeez. Hey, yes, it is? Not Turn About Beginnings. Turn About Memories. We know this from Turn About Memories. Beginnings right now. This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Sorry, my ass. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is Melissa Foster. Bullshit. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. Bullshit my ass. That is not your fucking name, Dahlia. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? You were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? How can you be so mean? Is it me when I lie? Why are you doing it? Shoving that in her face like that? We're just asking her a fucking question whether she took the photo or not. Jeez. But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time, I'll be forced to penalize you. I don't like the turn this has taken. What the fuck? Is she staring at me? And you would be her. I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Faye. What? I don't know. What the fuck is it? Dahlia is just. What the fuck? What the fuck, Dahlia? Just what the fuck? Just what the fuck, Dahlia? What the fuck, judge? Because it's both judges that have like said this kind of shit to her. What the fuck? What the fuck? So utterly confused. I see. So you are. Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I heard and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. Melissa is who Old Bag thinks she is. Literally, yeah. Literally. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So he took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edriff asked me to do. Oh, what a cute camera, just like its owner. Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Favoritism much! You just hate the defense. Every judge, well, both judges, there's only been 2 judges across all of these games, but both judges just hate the defense. Did you say wildflowers? Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers, but it's only February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come. I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait. So I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly. Do you mind if we go back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? Yeah! Yeah! Facts! Facts first! Was there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl, I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them like some kind of peep and talk. But not at all, everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. TMI, Your Honor, TMI. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why did you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that. We're not saying you were eavesdropping, and you already admitted that you were just watching them. We're just saying that, we're just asking if you maybe, like, overheard something, that's all. That's right, Miss Faye, don't drag the witness down to your level. I hate this judge. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. Yeah, all I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. You called the police? Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape. We were already moving before the caller came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation. That was certainly a tough look for the criminal then. If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kid. That girl has the judge wrapped around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia. Okay, what evidence do we have? We have autopsy, the map, the victim's note, crime photo, scarf, the witness's photo, and the camera. Arguing. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Yeah, exactly. My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. You can certainly downplay a situation, can't it? I'm sorry, I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You ran out of film? This photo was the last one. What? Of course it was. Of course it fucking was. Unfortunately, that's the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself, then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself. I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Please, no details. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take wild pictures either. Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different kind of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fact that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy really is a sucker for sweet talk. Ha. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Why the fuck are you calling everyone kitten? What the fuck? Yeah, it's sickening. I was using my camera to take then turned around to try to run away. What the fuck? The victim, why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on the criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quacky woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. What the fuck does quacky mean? What the fuck does quacky mean? Marshy or buggy or flubby or soft? Okay. Why you? If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with this testimony. 2001 is the only time you can call someone kitten and not get the police called on you. Literally. But the thing is, this game, I think this trial, I think is like saying like 2013, like the 2010s. So it's like kind of suspicious, but then again, also this game was made in like 2001, so yeah, in like the 2000s, in the early 2000s. So it's like understandable, but also suspicious. Wait, she couldn't have run away. Part of the bridge was addiction. What's gone? Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just missed it. I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse to say there were two contradictions. It's simple, just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have run even 5. Because the ski bridge is collapsed on that side. Yeah. Fuck you, Dahlia. What does all this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court. Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. Fuck's sake! I can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's He's a genius, alright. That diagram on the bridge was his insurance policy. I need to take my headphones off charge because I put them on charge earlier and I had forgotten just to take them off charge. Hello, Muggle. Hello. 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 I don't know if you heard a meow then, but yeah. She's right here. Hello, look. Hello. Come here. Hello. She is such a softie. Hello. Hello. Aw. Look. Hello. Hello. Did you go out? Did you go out? Did you go out, Mug? Going downstairs to get food or going outside as well. What? The coward! Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation. We made an accusation based on the evidence we had, but the Edgeworth didn't tell us all the evidence, didn't give us all the evidence. Ah! I'm so sorry, I should have been more careful myself. No, it wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Yes. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? But it's hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to his car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. I'm so sorry, I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir, I'm so shaken up. If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that! Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favourite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Ha, that's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination if you please. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. But first, we save. Shouldn't have been able to see that though, I don't think. From where she was standing. Oh wait, no, she probably would have, would she? Wait, let me look. I don't think she would have. No! So, let's present the map, maybe? Ah! Okay, she wouldn't have been able to see that. I know what the contradiction is. She wouldn't have been able to see him carry her over to his car. This is the one we're supposed to present the evidence to, not the other one. A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There's a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Oh, you're just pushing it into the river. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order. I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is she? Who is he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. I broke into the trunk of the stone car and hit the body there. Again, how could you have known that? How could you have known that? How could you have known that? Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. Crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stone car and hid the body there. You saying you saw that right with your very own eyes? Yes, and it's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Objection!
Exactly. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right, it's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. Bullshit. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court. This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. Hello, G-Man85. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I didn't see that. Didn't read that. But whatever. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more of a cliff. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No. Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up. Miss Foster. Which I know isn't actually your name. Order! Order in the court. What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Objection!
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh, Mr. Judge, what is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive, divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair! Yeah, that's not fair! Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando, don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward. But that's unfair! Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Ah, well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, we're going to have lots of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks after the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into it. What? Let me see that photo. It's true that these certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said? Is there a contradiction somewhere? Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wild flowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally, I finally got it. Ha, I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason no one had seen the scratches is that she had put the corpse in herself. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see the scratches. Yeah, so what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuck the corpse in herself, the person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Fowles had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole a car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Fowles that put the body in the trunk. No. Preposterous. To even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. There's a chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter first may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself because it was on a fucking timer. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built in, even a mini tripod. Why? It's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture.
Objection!
What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? And when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? Its answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. William, please answer this question. Where was Miss Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? She was here. Actually, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. Bless me. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
Objection!
How asinine. Of course, Mr. Fowles met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Fowles. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edwards? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the witness in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness, Melissa Foster, or so she fucking claims. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Fowles met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne, as we know. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Fowles himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. Well, the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as you go on. Where's your proof? I got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Fowles had forgotten what Valerie looks like. Not that. This. Mr. Fowles had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Fowles who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you are wearing a scarf like you asked, Dahlia is 100% a Hello Kitty girl. Oh, 100%, definitely. But we also can't deny that she's also a little fucking annoying nuisance. Anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No! Yes, it's true. It's fucking true, Dahlia. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. To be continued. Okay, we're in the defendant lobby. Number 4, specifically. I'm sorry. That mustn't be good for his teeth. That's made out of metal. I want to say thanks. You're really good. You really hooked me up. Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Right. All we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lied. Mr. Fowles, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me of everything. The bridge looks same, just like then 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Ha, sorry buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. It's true, I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. He's such a cutie petite. He's so silly. And your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on now, did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister. Oh, what? Are you serious? The girl, let her go. Ah, he kidnapped her. Shut up! Come closer. When I kill her. Sorry. But you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Wrong, no protect sister. Valerie betrayed me, betrayed us. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything, all lies, all make-believe, kidnapping too. A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas. Wasn't he 25 years ago? And dating 14 years ago? That's weird. That's weird. Yeah! She was 20 and had a 14-year-old girlfriend. Why is Ace Attorney like this? Why is Ace Attorney like this? This is the second time. Not very cute. Exactly. This is the second time we've seen an adult try to get a fucking teenager. Like, the last time we saw something like this happen, what was in talking about Big Top, when a 21-year-old Max tried to marry 16-year-old Regina. And then there was that guy, I don't remember his name, the guy with the puppet. The guy with the puppet was 31 and apparently his puppet wanted to get with Regina. That is weird. In so many levels. This is weird on so many levels. This is weird on so many levels. Why are we defending this guy? Why? Why? I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says, Scott Pilgrim, Kinney's literally one of the only things I've heard about Scott Pilgrim, I haven't watched the show, but the only thing I've heard about Scott Pilgrim is that Scott is in his like 20s and he's trying to get with like a 17-year-old. Like, come on, why is this so fucking normal? Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia and Valerie too. Valerie was in on it. Dahlia's family rich, jewelry business. We get one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. Ask for a $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusty Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer because she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the $2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman. That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot me for real. Me and Dahlia. Oh Well, shot in arm. Dahlia. She jumped in river. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man, Terry Fowles. He killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years, all I wonder is why? 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 Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forgot what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear an answer come from her mouth. That's all. So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Mr. Boy. That's tragic and all, but like, you are dating a 14-year-old, so... Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? What the fuck is with this guy? Like, come on. Come on. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Fowles, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really, I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia. Dahlia? That day on the bridge, Dahlia put it in that pack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. It disappeared with Dahlia. Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Fowles, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? They never found her. My sweet Dahlia. They never found her. Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia, my teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? Just 14. 14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She plans to kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man oh man, angels these days. At least Mia's also freaking the fuck out. Fowles takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel or is she really a... It's time, kid. It looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. The train wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. That was one of my rules. Remember it. Now then, let's continue the trial of Mr. Terry Fowles. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. Her motive, her. I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faith, do you have evidence of a motive? Yes, of course, I think. Ha. You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando. Listen, a liar is someone who smells no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see, you're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights up right away. Right up. Very well then. Let's hear what the witness has to say. Oh my fucking god. Literally. Why? Why are they No, that's fucking Dahlia. It's Dahlia! I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping a poor girl, I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing the murder. Indeed. You look to back in. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet somehow have to tie her to this case. Let's save first. So what country were you living in then? We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed, it was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone. I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. What kind of sub-story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for more details? Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? Your Honor, this line of question is childish. What country she was in, and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case. I lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Fowles or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think we've established that part. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you've just stated to the official testimony? Yes, please, Mr. Judge. You didn't know either person? Are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people. Oh, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge. Correct? Yes, it really was a coincidence. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors, picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains would run through that. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you were such a... whatever I said. By the way, what's the name of your college? The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent. Thank you, she's really gone too far. Miss Faye, you're trading on thin ice here. Haven't said anything, some part sensitive. Yeah, exactly, the judge is more sensitive than Dahlia is. Perhaps, but your behaviour that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at the time an officer showed her this photo. That seems like a rather serious mistake. That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. And that's not fair. That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. A grudge? Well, White Knight Defenders. Literally, yeah. I don't even know who White Knight is, not gonna lie. I'm gonna look it up. Well, the police woman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. White Knights is an 1985 American musical drama film directed by Taylor Hackford and starring Mikhail Barishnikov, Gregory Hines, Jerzy Skolimowski, Helen Mirren, and Isabella Rossellini. Is choreographed by Twyla Tharp. The title refers to the sunlit summer nights of Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, the setting for the majority of the film, situated just a few degrees below the Arctic Circle. Probably no. What? How bad is it? How bad is it? How bad is it? Why not defending is when you overly shield them? Oh. I thought you meant like defendants of the film! Of like a film or something! Oh my god! What the fuck? I thought you meant defenders of a piece of media. I'm sorry, Funky. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot for his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful, your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Fox is kind of forgetful. Let's save it right here because we only have like 2 penalty points left. He said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that? They couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Alright, that's why the victim was wearing a scarf identification. Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf, he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true, he's clearly a better man. This is bad. Mr. Fowl's reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with the last statement? Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I liked it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why Enough. Witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. Just think the defendant is a... Objection! Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as an identification. Are you talking about this scarf right here? Yes, that's it, the scarf the policewoman was wearing. I've got her now, just on myself. But that's strange. In your testimony, you saved the photo. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. It looks more blue. It looks blue. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is because of the note.
Take that!
Witness, have you ever seen this note? No, no, never. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Fowler's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? No! Yeah! Order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public, and yet this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Fells is one, the person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne is another, and finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? Yes. That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, Ken? Yup. Was it Dahlia? I'm guessing it was Dahlia.
Take that!
That person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it said. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name, right there. What's this? So who is this person, this Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yeah, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Fowles.
Objection!
You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, but when she fell off of Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She's declared legally dead 5 years ago, but not actually dead. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are. Eeny, meeny, kitty. Yeah, exactly. Eeny, meeny. This is... Eeny, meeny must have got... You know... No. Eeny, meeny. Eeny, miny, however you pronounce their names. Must be Dahlia Hawthorne kiddies. Because Dahlia Hawthorne is the original. She was, you know, first case. Eeny, meeny are the kiddies of... Eeny, miny, kid, Dahlia Hawthorne. Even you couldn't, Miss Faye, you're not saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, as we knew. What? Ah, nice work. That's like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. Unless you can tie all of these ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth. Witness, just who are you exactly? I don't think you come to this. That's enough. But really? Damn. Yeah. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way, but then why? If it hadn't revealed his secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was some testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with her case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. I know we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Objection!
Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, the girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. So he needs a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me, it was this guy that just crazy coffee addict.
Objection!
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think they're empty, boy? She's not that much older than you. And just after concealing crucial evidence. I know, right? He just loves hiding crucial evidence just so he can win a case. Oh, how silly and goofy of him. Oh, how silly, whimsical, and goofy of him. Anyways, there's only like 7 years age difference between Edwith and Armando. He's not that old. He's not that old. Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. Do you think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth. That's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me. The rashness of you. How charming. This coming from someone younger than me. Yeah! Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her sister, Valerie Hawthorne? The story starts after Terry Fowles escapes. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There's a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne. Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Fowles. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, and we believe it'll explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh. Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Put on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Fowles. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made this exchange, she shot Mr. Fowles in the arm. That's when Mr. Fowles tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money, so I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the whole family and started all over again. My little maiden leaf. God, he's worse than Diego. Yeah. And we're to believe, after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your class examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Ha, if we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. The school got that info. That ace up on my sleeve. What info? Come on, kid. Let's see if you've forgotten already. The facts of the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. Yeah. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Fowles told us that in the lobby. I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What he's saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia, and Valerie too. Yeah, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's a secret. Okay, let's save here. Let's present the map to this one. You see that Mr. Fowles pushed you into the evil river. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true, I felt pushed in my back. I'm certain on it. It was Mr. Fowles. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said it that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed once. It hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. You understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very motion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. What for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Yeah, exactly. You're right, the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, and the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible but that Mr. Fowles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Landed her in the river. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I don't remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. Order in the court. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. Well, I believe your reasoning with something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fowles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Which is the witness's photo. Could have been pushed on the side, those kind of railings. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like that, like this wouldn't have been a problem. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and popped her over. So young and already so forgetful this time. Mr. Fowles had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Fowles, throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible. And plus Dahlia said, pushed, not chucked over. Order, what is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What is this?
Objection!
Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current, but even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it planned all from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Fowles to help her fix the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous. Order. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon, and there was one more person, and there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? The day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Fowles, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. She was going to tell her the whole truth as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister Valerie Hawthorne. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness, is that you? You amuse me, woman, Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Fowles and my sister. But one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? You can't provide evidence to at least show that. Well, Miss Fey, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey! Are you stupid or something? No, she's just a noob. She's just a newbie. How did I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behaviour does... Now you want to be bitchy. Exactly! Now you want to be a little bitch. The witness's behaviour does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions I've been saying assertions instead of assertions made by the defence. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? A girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Ha! What evidence the trial's over? Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fowles' stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one right answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. There's the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes. Fowles. Your Honour, the defence wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes. We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Fowles. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Fowles. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. I think my voice just cracked. This is my last chance, Mr. Fowles. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it, no way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Fowles, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Fowles, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago, on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised to never ever betray each other. Terry, Dahlia, it's true. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore. That makes me sad. Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing that I will say. My life is now in your hands right now, Terry. Dahlia. I'll allow Mr. Fowles to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Fowles, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water. Can't talk. Need water. Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and better than hell itself. That day, 4 PM, I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She was in there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched my car from the bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. Mr. Fowles, you're covering for her. Do you think she would... That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of this trial. Well, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Fowles? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten, I think. Okay, I'm gonna save before we do this, because we are only have 2 penalty points left. I will get immediately erased if we get the thingy wrong. Okay, there's one thing on there.
Hold it!
You were quite earlier, so you waited on the bridge, correct? Yes, I like waiting. I'm used to it. I'm sure yes. Stephen Fry waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of the eye. Let's see. I feel like this is the this is the statement we need to contradict. I swear this is the one where there's contradictions. I think it is. I think we have to present the photo for this one, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to, like, get rid of my last penalty point. Yeah. We have to present the witness's photo.
Objection!
I sent 2 emails for some reason. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived yet. So waiting on the bridge, you share that? Yeah, I'm sure. You sure, huh? Well then I'm sure too, Mr. Powers. And I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? Oh, wait. Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. If you want to know who arrived at the bridge first, just look at this photo, it's perfectly clear. Obviously the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Exactly. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Powers, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Powers, please don't get some words up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go, a special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought me a memento to represent our love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I want to get. This little bottle on a necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but then he left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. That much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Fowles, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Fowles? You good, dude? You good, bro? Uh-oh. That's enough. Please, witness, I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink the bottle. No, stop the trial! Your Honor, we need to recess. How stupid. Couldn't keep a promise. So I didn't. I drank this. No, we are so close, just a little more. I'm supposed to prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Fowles! Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Mr. Fowles! No! So my first trial ended suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I kind of feel bad for yeah, but oh yeah, I did. 14-year-old was funny. Yeah, don't really feel bad. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought I'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. For one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable. That witch. Mr. Armando was so close to the truth, it was right there in front of us. We were just a little too soft here. It's my fault. It's not my fault that Mr. Fowles killed himself. Don't cry, kid. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. You good? Armando! The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. And Mr. Armando! Oh my god. Dude! Your hand is fucking bleeding! No matter how tough the case, no matter how better the memories, they always fade over time, and you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Yep, tell about memories. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. But never for the murder for Valerie, I don't think. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... Can't wait. Guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Episode 4, Turn About Beginnings, the end. And the last case in all of the trilogy has just been added. Bridge to Turnabout. I will not spoil the starting cutscene for you guys because come on, we're gonna watch it when I start the next case anyways, so yeah. Anyways guys, let's see, let's look. DL6 and the last case were the best cases in my opinion. DL6 was a great case. Wait, I'm gonna look at all the cases to see which one was my favorite, just to show off my memory a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I quite like the DL6 incident. Let's see. Turnabout Goodbyes, DL6 incident. That was great. Rise from the Ashes was also probably one of my favorite cases as well. Maybe not so much SO9, but Rise from the Ashes was bloody great, in my opinion. Turnabout Big Top, not great. My least favorite case, in my opinion. Farewell My Turnabout. Farewell My Turnabout was one of my top cases. The only reason I know Ace Attorney is because my mum liked it. Oh, really? That's pretty cool actually to have like a family member to like that actually also likes a game that you like. Let's see. I think I think the Stolen Turnabout and Recipe for Turnabout were decent, like solid cases. They were okay, just not my favorite. They were like middle cases, like not great but not totally shit either, just okay. The standout cases from what we've played so far have been Turnabout Memories and Turnabout Beginnings, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go find someone to raid. My least favorite is the clown one. Oh yeah, Turnabout Big Top. That was also my least favorite one. That seems to be something that the fandom like always hates on, which is like understandable, understandable to say the least. Okay, I'm going to find someone to raid. But yeah, telling about Big Top was just shit. Just shit. Okay, let's see if we can raid this person. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, come on, I have an ad. This person seems cool. They're playing through... He's playing through the Rise from the Ashes case. So, yeah. Let's go raid Zolteca. Yeah. Go enjoy his stream. He's playing through the Rise from the Ashes case, which is the last case in the first game. And yeah, I shall see you guys sometime next week. So, yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.